And so, hello there! Welcome back to Dango Duo, Dango singular in this very particular instance. Consider this a slight little update video, and mini-series, in regards to what has been happening with the channel. You probably didn't notice, because our schedule is very simple. But, we have actually, the number of videos have been going down. Don't feel bad. Don't worry. It's because we had renovations in the house, and if you follow me on Twitter or you follow Kitty on Twitter, you know that we the environment for recording was awful. Like, we sat down and we're like, it's renovating, they're doing work in the living room, it should be fine. And then we hit the record button and they start using, like, I don't want to say one of those things for breaking concrete, because it wasn't, because there is no concrete in our living room. But it was really loud, and thankfully the guy who was doing it is gone now, so I can talk smack about him. But damn, that guy was loud, and he would make noises all the time. Like, he would make noises like, I don't want to call them sex noises, because hopefully he wasn't doing that in the living room. But just things such as, like, he would pick up a box and be like, ugh, ugh. And I'm just like, dude, what's up with you, man? Are you okay? Anyhow, so we've been, closed for renovations, for shifting up and brooming. I forget. It's been forever since the last time I watched A Little Shop of Horrors, but it's fine. As you know, when the kitty is away, Max will play card games. So I want to be playing a little bit of card games while we rebuild the backlog. Because let me tell you something. You know that feeling when you heat up a bagel and you get some cream cheese, and you're like, oh, I'm almost out of cream cheese, and you scrape the bottom of your cream cheese container, and you spread it as thinly as you can? That's what happened to our backlog. We literally, on the day I'm recording this, we have no backlog. We don't have a front log. There is no log. We're gonna be doing a huge recording session, but while Kitty is off doing other stuff, I'm just gonna sit down and record some card games. No Persona 5, because that's not a card game. So, in regards to card games, we are gonna play Yu-Gi-Oh! Got you, Charles. You thought I was gonna play Went, Charles. No, I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is also the other reason why, Kitty's not here. Because Kitty doesn't like Yu-Gi-Oh! Also, Konami, please don't flag these videos. I know you hate everyone and everything, Konami, but, also, Konami has actually, flagged some of our videos in the past. But it should be fine. It was a Silent Hill video from a year ago, because we had the audacity of showing the cutscene from the beginning of the game. So, what's the overall? I should really turn on the timer. Oh man, I'm so rusty. I'm so used to Kitty being around and by myself. All by myself. It's fine though, because she hates Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's the only way I can justify playing. So, I'm going to talk about what I've been up to, and we're actually going to be doing story matches. Why? Because I really like Legacy of the Duelist. It's the most recent official Yu-Gi-Oh! Game on consoles, as opposed to, mobile phones. And it's a really complete story, game that contains the stories from basically the first 5 seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or 5 shows. Yu-Gi-Oh!, GX, 5Ds, Best Yu-Gi-Oh!, Sexol, and Arc V. I don't know if it contains all of Arc V, but I do know that it contains all of Sexol, 5Ds, GX, and basic Yu-Gi-Oh! And it actually has, all the actual, matches from the show, which is really fun. And you can actually flip them around. We're going to be doing a little bit of this. I thought I was going to be doing voice acting, but then I realized that there's a lot of voice acting. There is, 12 characters, and I don't think I have, the range of 12 different people. I was workshopping with Kitty, and I'm like, what am I going to do for Joy Wheeler? And walking over here, and then for Yugi is oh, hey guys, I'm Yugi. Oh no, it's just Dango McGee or McG from Persona 3 Portable. So yeah, let's just start a normal duel. I promise I am. The cool thing about this game, if you don't know Yu-Gi-Oh, I'll explain you Yu-Gi-Oh. But the cool thing about this game is that it has the actual stories. It has a visual novel. I don't know why there's a robot talking to us across time and space, but the really cool thing about the story mode for Yu-Gi-Oh is that it's not only a really good card game, really polished, but also, for the story missions, you can play with the story deck. The deck that character had in that part of the story. So you can actually go through all of the iterations of Yugi's deck. Now, if you do not know Yu-Gi-Oh, It is the story of Yu-Gi-Oh! The story of Yu-Gi-Oh! Begins at Domino High School, where Duel Monsters, the hottest card game in the world, was all the rage. Yugi was the best duelist around, and his best friend, Joey Wheeler, wanted desperately to learn how to duel as well. So our history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Starts with Yugi teaching the rules of Duel Monsters to Joey as our friends Taya and Tristan watch. So, as you can imagine, the story is relatively simple. This story begins with Yugi teaching Joey how to play, and you could use your own story deck. I could literally just play 6 Samurai and just destroy this, because spoiler, 6 Samurai is still fucking strong. I know it's nothing like XYZs or Pendulums, I know, or the Links. Are the Links even good? I don't know. Welcome back to Max Talks About Things, assuming that you know about Yu-Gi-Oh! You probably don't know, in which case I will tell you. 6 Samurai deck is an archetype, and it's really fucking strong. But we're gonna play using the historic deck from this particular one, which usually means it's gonna suck. It actually sucks the most for the other side. So always, you pick paper, scissors, rock. I'm gonna peace sign, of course, because peace always wins, and I actually want to go second. Depending on what kind of deck you're playing, you want to go first or second. If you're playing a combo-heavy deck, like we're gonna be doing in literally the next match, you kind of want to go second, so you have as many cards as possible, because the person who goes first does not draw, so you start with 5 cards in your hand. So, the basics of Yu-Gi-Oh! Here we go. I'm gonna tell you, is it loud? Is it loud? I mean, I'm loud. The basics of Yu-Gi-Oh! Here we go. You have 2 stones in front of you. Do not mind the pendulums, we're never gonna use them. You have monsters on the front, spells in the back. 5 monsters, 5 spells you can have active at all times. Every turn is separated into phases. You draw, you stand by. Those actually all happen without you doing anything. Main phase 1, battle phase, main phase 2, and end phase. During main phases, you can normal summon 1 monster from your hand. Normal monsters look like this, and like this. There are monsters of higher rank, like this guy. You want to look at the number of stars above the image of the character. Higher level monsters require tributes to be summoned, so it's kind of like the limiter. You can't just summon the strongest guy ever. You have to actually play things, have them survive, and so they linger around. For this first campaign of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's very monster-based. It's very vanilla monster-based. There are hardly any combos, except for the one we're gonna see in the next game. Monsters are composed of several things. First, their attribute. There's wind, fire, earth, water, wind, and darkness. There's also divine, but nobody cares about divine, it's fine. Then there's also your type of monster. There's literally like 13, I'm not gonna tell you all, but this particular, the dragon dueling in the cave, happens to be a dragon, unsurprisingly so. We are level 4, indicated by the 4 stars. We have an attack of 1300 and a defense of 2000. Now, there's a bunch of things. Oh man, this is the funniest thing for me, because I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Games since I was little, so these are all things that I've internalized. I remember, like, being young and watching, like, the TV show, and I'm like, those are not the rules of the game. Yugi, you can't just attack the moon. That makes no sense. That's dumb. So, in our hand right now, we have several things. Our opponent set a monster face down. That's kind of like the thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! The thing that no other card games do, so you can actually put cards face down. And in the case of monsters, because when a monster is on the field sideways, that is in defense position, and when that is the case, you are attacking against their defense value. For instance, the dragon dueling in the cave has a really high defense value. 2000 is very high. There are no level 4 or below monsters with 2000 attack, so it's a really nice wall to just have you set up. And I am going to set up. I'm going to ignore these other cards right here. This is a really good one for that effect right there. Oh, in case you're wondering, okay, there's a bunch of different card frames. Ooh, this is gonna take a while. There's a bunch of card frames in this game. Yellow or beige, depending on how you want to look at it. Beige are normal monsters. Normal monsters do nothing. It's just a body with attack and defense. A huge dragon dueling in a cave. It is horrible when it gets angry, although it is usually quiet. It is said to preserve certain treasures. It's a nice wall. Its attack is absolutely like blow us hell. You're not gonna kill, but your enemy cannot kill you. Monsters with orange frames are effect monsters, and effect monsters do something. In the instance of the Armored Bee, once per turn you can target one phase of monster your opponent controls, half that target's attack value until the end phase. It's nice. We're not going to cover these guys right now because there's a lot going on. We also have this spell card. Spell cards are green, and spells are played from your hand on the field, and depending on what type they are, they do different things. This is a continuous card, by which I mean that it stays on the field until something happens. And all monsters your opponent controls when this card was activated are changed face down defense position. It's a nice way of basically, if your opponent has a bunch of monsters and they're gonna attack you, just turn this on and they can't do anything for a little while. Now, we played a monster. You can only normal summon once per round. That's why you want to be special summoning, which is a thing we're gonna be talking about later. But that's pretty much the way in which Yu-Gi-Oh! Has sped the hell up. The game used to be really slow, especially like when we're playing through these old, oh, he's tribute summoning, who is it? The Fiend Mega Cyber. What do you do? Oh, that's just high enough to kill us. Oh my god, did I get a bad hand? Especially for the next game we're gonna see, it's really easy to get a bad hand. If your opponent controls at least 2 more monsters than you do, you can special summon this card. That's a good example of what special summoning is. You can special summon as many times as you want. You can only normal summon once. Normal summon does not mean you can only summon normal monsters. That's just a misconception. But anyhow, what do we have here? If you have exactly 3 normal monsters in your graveyard, okay, so I want a bunch of normal monsters to die. I only have 1. That's not gonna happen. Increase the attack of all fire monsters by 500 and decrease the... Yeah, that's a field spell. It goes up here, and it affects the entire battlefield, including yours and your enemies. I could turn this on and make this guy 17 plus 5. That's 22. That's just enough to kill this guy, but I don't like that. Oh, I could flip him to defense mode, actually. That's perfect. Okay, that works for me. So I'm going to activate this. Sorts of Concealing the Light makes him go face down. I know that he has less damage than it appears. I'm going to activate Molten Destruction as a field spell. And I'm going to summon my little Fencing Fire Ferret. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. Okay. Now, I'm going to just tell you this right up the front. I've been playing a lot of this game because I was feeling like card games, and I love card games. And I'm not going to lie to you. Oh, by the way, there's no, summoning sickness. You can attack the turn someone summoned. That's just part of the game. Then attack, and boom, he's dead. He had low defense, boom. Oh, and how do you win? Oh my god. There's so many things that I've internalized. You can only attack once with every monster unless they have an effect that says otherwise. If you look up here, there's a life point value, LP. Everyone starts with 8,000. And if your opponent has no monsters on the field, you can attack directly. Or if you fight, if 2 attack position monsters fight each other, whoever has the highest value survives, and the difference between their attack values is taken as damage by the losing player. Wow, I said that way more eloquently than I possibly could have. And that's how you do chip damage, and then you do direct damage. There's other ways of winning, such as running out of cards in your deck, or rather making the enemy run out of cards in their deck. Blazing in Pachi. Oh, he's powered up by your effect. Ooh, that's a problem. Also, you make it so they can't attack, right? Destroy this card during the second... oof, that's a problem because by my own effect, he's gained attack. Also, Joey is not displaying this in the deck right now, but his deck is actually full of, excuse expression, bullshit. Especially, which is weird for a tutorial battle. But he has a bunch of flipped monsters. Those are monsters that when flipped face up do something. And most of them have effects that are destroy effects. Like, oh, when this monster is flipped face up, destroy a monster your opponent controls. And I'm like, that's bullshit. Oh, this works for me. This will absolutely do it. Heart of the cards and all that stuff. Also, you know what? Just to actually make this like extra bullshitty, I'm gonna summon the Armored Beetle. I'm gonna activate Armored Beetle's effect, and I'm gonna have the attack of that monster, and I'm gonna move over to the battle phase, and I'm gonna... Oh, you know what? I can actually just kill him with this, and then I'm gonna attack directly. Fencing Fire Ferret. Fire Ferret attack. And there we go. That's the flow of the game. Can he come back from this? Of course, there's a bunch of cards in this game that can allow you to come back or stall. Or just as a really big wall, though it seems unlikely at this point. There's also like, there's cards in this game that appear originally that are, of course, are super banned now. I can't activate you. When this card summons your opponent control, so these guys are all useless. I'm gonna summon just a basic attacker who's also getting buffed up. Yes, you're right, it's the very same card my opponent played. Oh, also, here's our deck. Here's our graveyard. When things die or we use them, go here. This over here is the side deck, it will not matter for a good while, and these things are the pendulums. Do not even think about them. They do not matter. We're never gonna talk about pendulums. We're never gonna talk about pendulums. I'm gonna gamble and assume that I can just kill this because it's weak. Ah, it's not! Oh, there you go. Look at this bullshit. Yeah, see? Like, it's just silly. And I lost my attacker right there and then because of that flip effect, but it's fine. Joey Wheeler is down to 25 life points, and I should be able to just take him down. Summoning someone else, probably this guy. I'm hoping he summons somebody strong. This will be just fine, actually. He sacrificed them. That ass. It's fine, because I'm going to... Is this enough? Oh, it should be enough, actually. So, this is a higher level monster, it's level 6. Monsters between level 6 and 5 require 1 sacrifice, and 7 and up require 2. In the case of Firewing Pegasus, it requires 1 attribute, 1 tribute, excuse me. I'm gonna sacrifice Armored Beetle, and since it's affected by the effects of Molten Destruction, it should have more than enough attack to destroy Joey. There we go. Did you catch all that? There's gonna be a quiz at the end of this. Yeah, take that, Joey. Yeah, so, we played a game with our friends, but little did he know that someone was listening in the conversation. Who would have known that the son of a millionaire and the CEO of Kaiba Corp would be going to the same high school as him? Apparently that's a Japanese thing. Like, since you have to actually apply to go to high school, or preparation school, as you want to think about it, apparently, you can't, that happens, like, oh yeah, there's the son of that CEO going to the same public school as me. It's still really silly, though. So, what time is it? There's 5 minutes left. That is more than enough time for me to play through the Heart of the Cards, which is a really nice, bullshitty game. Because, as I mentioned, back in the day, back during the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! And actually, through Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, the game is very slow. The pace in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is incredibly slow, and it's all monster based, seldom combo based. There's things like level 3 zone, is that the one I'm thinking of? That could limit what your opponent could do. There were combos like stomach ache? What's the name of that card? I forget. Yeah, there were things you could do to slow down your opponent and win by other conditions, such as, you know, just having so much health that you're never gonna destroy me, or making someone run out of cards. But there wasn't like, boom, 3 turns in, the game is over, as it is now. Or things such as like, I'm gonna XYZ into XYZ into XYZ, which, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you have no idea what that is, and it's fine, because it's very silly. This here, though, the Heart of the Cards, if you have seen the anime, it's the episode in which, later in the afternoon, you know, Yugi's grandpa runs a game shop, and of course that's where Yugi has all the best cards. And his grandpa's like, oh, let me show you the legendary card, the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And it's like, it's the best card ever. Sure, I'm gonna let you hold it. And then Kaiba's like, yo, I want that card, give it to me. And then the grandpa's like, oh no. And then the next day, freaking grandpa gets totally annihilated by Kaiba. And Kaiba's like, yeah, I dueled your old man for it. And there you go, he's dead, it's mine now. And look what I'm gonna do to it. I'm gonna freaking destroy it. Yeah, what? Why would you destroy Grandpa's most treasured card? Which is really silly, because he's doing this because he also has the other 3 copies of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, the most powerful card in Duel Monsters. And that is really silly, because this is a children's card game, first of all. Secondly, you could just print more versions of it. And thirdly, why wouldn't you just keep it so you have a backup copy? Because you can really only have 3 copies of a card in your deck anyway. But anyhow, so clearly, Yugi is like, yo, you can't do this. You big SOB. You give it back. And then the grandpa's like, oh, yo, take my deck. And then Kaiba's like, I'll destroy you. And then Yugi is like, oh, by the way, I have the secret power where whenever I want to, I can just look at my dope-ass necklace and I'll become a super hot 15-year-old boy with a deep voice and a tendency for leather and belts. Also, for those of you who are wondering, yes, Seto Kaiba is wearing his outfit from later in like Season 3, which is really weird, and I never really liked that outfit because it looks like he's just wearing a sleeveless coat. But you know what? to each their own. And now we're actually jumping in. Yami Yugi, which is the spirit that lies in the Millennium Puzzle that he carries with him forever, is like, I'm gonna defeat Yokaiba with the power of friendship, and a really, really bullshit combo that is actually banned from the card game. So, yes, if you have watched the anime, then you know we're about to play an EXODIA deck. This EXODIA deck is the most bullshit, and it's really fun. So let's play an EXODIA deck, everybody. Oh, okay, this is fine, right? These are destroy all monsters your opponent has on the field, all monsters, and then everything your opponent controls. This is bad. This is actually great. Snatch Steal is great. Oh, Heart of the Underdog. This card right here is banned. During your draw phase, when you draw a normal monster, you can reveal it and draw one more card. This lets you draw out your entire deck. We're gonna put that on. And I'm just gonna let my opponent just summon monsters because we have time. We have Snatch Steal, which you can just grab an opponent's monster and just keep it. We could win by damage, but that's lame. We're gonna win. Oh, that's a trap card, by the way. You have to place them down and then activate them when your opponent does a thing. That's why it's called a trap. No battle phase because I don't have monsters. Yes, I have Dark Magician in my hand. Level 7 requires two tributes. We're not gonna do that. I'm just gonna play the combo and hope to get it. It's fun. EXODIA. Oh, what? Oh my God, you're an idiot, Kaiba. You're an idiot. He can't super reliably summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon, so I'm not even gonna worry about 1800 damage. As always, remember, in card games, health is just another resource. I don't want to activate the Fate of... Oh, I forgot I have a card effect, which means I'm going to get that message all the time. I'm going to activate Source of Revealing Light to give me 3 more turns to keep the enemy from doing anything. As you can see, the effect, for the next 3 turns, he cannot attack, which gives me plenty of time to do my thing. And I'm going to actually end phase, and we're going to move on. What I want to do is I want to keep drawing normal monsters with Heart of the Underdog. Which, again, it's such a powerful card to enable this combo that has literally been banned forever. Yes, activate Heart of the Underdog. There you go. No, I don't want to chain another effect. No, I don't want to... this is the one thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! That... The reason why I really like the card game, or the video games, is that they automate this entire process, which would be a pain in the ass. So we have the first piece of EXODIA right here. We don't need it yet. I would rather have more stuff, but it's fine. I'm just gonna summon Beaver Warrior. Just leave it on the field. It's fine. No, I don't want to activate this card. It's really nice because it automates everything, but trap cards can be activated at any part. So when you have a trap card like this that doesn't have a finite activation moment, it's just like, hey, you stuck your finger up your nose. You want to activate this trap card? And I'm like, no, not really, not particularly. Am I gonna stall? No, I want him to summon Blue Eyes White Dragon so I can steal it. So I'm gonna actually end my turn right now, and we're gonna move on from there. I really shouldn't have set this card. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted you to do. So, now it's time for us to be huge, terrible people. You know what? I am actually gonna... Oh, I mean, yes, I should activate the Heart of the Underdog. We have 2 pieces of EXODIA. No, I don't want to chain this effect. Yes! Activate Heart of the Underdog. You can keep doing this, by the way. Every time you draw a normal monster. You know what? I'm just gonna activate this card already, because it's useless, and I'm already gonna get the strongest card ever, so it's fine. You're like, Max, what are you gonna do? I have a combo in mind. Yes, activate Heart of the Underdog. Do you see what's happening right now? Yeah, activate it again! Every time you draw a normal monster, you get to draw another card, and we have Sangan, which is, okay. Sangan is pretty good for, you know, setting up the combo. I should have summoned someone else. It's fine. So I'm going to do a Snatch Steal to steal that Blue Eyes White Dragon. And then, so he's mine now, forever. Unless his card is destroyed. And then I'm going to use Raigeki to destroy all the things on his field. So he has no way to summon anything ever again. I get rid of this card over here, and everything is fine and dandy in the world. Yes, I could attack directly, but I am a scumbag, and I want to go for, you know, the big flashy finish. So there you go. It's actually not flashy at all. They didn't give they didn't give it an animation, which is silly, but it's fine. Buy Celtic Guardian. You can only have 6 cards in your hand. Spoilers. So you have more than that. You may be thinking, but Max, you're giving health to your enemy every turn. Yeah, that's fine, because we're gonna win by another means. In case you're wondering, there's another copy of Heart of the Underdog, and if I were to get that, this would go even faster, because it would activate twice. Oh, yes! Heart of the Underdog! Oh, believe in the heart of the bullshit mechanics, yes! By the way, in case you're wondering, Max, what happens if you... Yes! Yes! Heart of the Underdog! This card is super banned. Am I almost out of normal monsters? Yeah, go! Heart of the Underdog! Yes! Okay, alright. This was, okay, calm down, everybody, calm down, we got this, okay? So we have, one part. Oh, if you don't know what the EXODIA is, oh my god, you have no idea what I'm talking about. EXODIA, the forbidden one, you have to get all 5 pieces of him, including the head. Head, right arm, right leg, left leg, and once you have them in your hand, reveal them, and you win the game immediately. Is what happens in the first episode of the anime. It's supposed to be nice and flashy, but it's actually hard to pull off unless you're doing a bullshit engine like this one. I'm not gonna activate Source of Revealing Light, mostly because I want him to attack Sangan. I mean, I could just... Oh, wait a minute. I should be smart about this. Yeah, okay. Because, okay. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, keep that in mind. Add 1 monster with attack or whatever to your hand. Now, you're like, wow, what's the point of that? Why would you want to search for a monster? Well, because all the pieces of EXODIA have really low attack value. So, but now you may be thinking, Max, you have to get the enemy to destroy it. No, I don't. Because this effect activates when this card is sent from here to here. Now, that can be done by card effect, or, more importantly, by tributing a monster. Like Dark Magician! Now, thank you. Did I mention that Sangan is also banned from the game? So we're missing just 1 piece of EXODIA. We could literally get it next turn. And you know what? Since I already did my combo with Sangan, I'm going to activate Source of Revealing Light, get rid of this card from my hand, and we're pretty much done and ready to go. I'm not going to attack because I'm going to win with the combo because I'm a piece of crap. So let's get rid of... I don't need Dark Hole because it also destroys my monsters. Nobody likes you, Grey 4. Okay, real talk. Nobody likes you, Horn Imp. Oh, and Feral Imp, oh, get out of here. Mystical Elf, you can stick around. Torike, bye-bye. You know what? Giant Sword of Stone, you good. Bye, Kaiser, so we say. Bye, Gaia, the Earth Knight, the Fierce Knight. No, don't make me choose. I'm sorry. Hashtag, never forget, hashtag left Giant Soldier of Stone, it's okay. You're like, oh, your opponent has so much life points. It's okay, though. Because I could win right now. Ah! Graceful Charity, though! This card is also banned. You draw 3 cards on this card, 2 cards. This is perfect. Come on! Sangan! Pot of Greed! In case you don't know, you can activate Pot of Greed to draw 2 cards. Did you know that? Did you know that Pot of Greed does that? Another Heart... Okay, the game is officially broken. Yes, you can have 2 Heart of the Underdogs, which do the same thing over and over and over again. It's okay, guys. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna just summon Sangan again in the hopes that... Because if I can just get rid of him again, I shouldn't have gotten rid of Gaia. If I can do that again, then I just win, because I can just search for the card I need. But, yeah. The game should be over next turn. As long as I draw a normal monster, there's no way. Because I only have 10 cards left in my deck. So, unless it's the very last card in the deck, which I don't think it's even that much of a problem. Now, you may be thinking, Max... Your opponent can't do anything about this if you keep them in lockdown. Yeah, you're not wrong. Another Heart of the Underdog. I mean, that's kind of nice, but you know what? You're right. Let's just put another Heart of the Underdog. Why not? You're right. End phase. Sangan. If I could somehow manage to get Sangan to die, that would be good. I don't think it's gonna happen though. I have a feeling it's not. Come on, normal monster. Yes! Heart of the Underdog! Yes, you're right. We are activating all of those. So we are gonna get 3 cards. That's why this story event is kind of really bullshitty. Like, this match is like, you're playing an EXODIA deck. You're right. We're drawing out our entire deck. Oh, the last card we drew wasn't a normal monster. But it's okay, because we have Summon Skull. And you know what that means? It means we just won the game. I'm gonna sacrifice Sangan, do that same combo again. Gosh, I love card games. Gosh, I love card games. Card games are so much fun. Sangan goes away, and I can get the last... These are, by the way, these are the last 3 monsters in our deck that have 1,500 or less attack points. And, just like that. Stop shot. EXODIA! Obliterate! There you go. Alright. I love card games, they're so dumb. Oh wow, you kicked me out. Kicked me out of it. Yeah, so it's all like, I won because I had friends. And then meanwhile, across the world, someone who went to the freaking Edgeworth School of Prosecutor Law School is like, Yuki boy, I wonder, You also get cards and stuff. So you actually get the cards from the opponent you defeated, which can help you build a deck if you want the cards they have. And you also get victory points, which you can totally use for buying cards! Card packs! The one thing that's unfortunate about this is that the card packs are not particular. Like, there's no explosion, there's no sound, which... I mean, yes, I've opened like 3,000 packs as of the date of this recording. I wish it was more, though. I wish it was more. But anyhow, for the time being, thank you for tagging along. We're Dango Duo. Oh, I finally got Kagemusha of the Sixth Samurai. Oh, well, fucking... I play Sixth Samurai when I don't care about the story and I just want to win. Because Sixth Samurai is broken. But yeah, thank you for tagging along. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Max playing card game adventures continue on the next episode. But until then, thank you for tagging along. Sorry for the slight lowering of video output. Yes, this is the only way I could have phrased the sentence. Kitty and I are going to record a bunch of games today. We're going to record some Hatoful Boyfriend, though Hatoful Boyfriend had to take the hit this time because of recording reasons. But Hatoful Boyfriend's going to come back. Radiata Stories is coming back. We finally read the game guide. I grinded off screen. We are no longer level 5 for going up against level 20 enemies. Persona 3 Portable, The Adventures of Sadface McGee continues, and more. Thank you for tagging along. Stuff on the screen. I'll see you on the next one.